Hey, what's going on? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you know who I am, I'm the one and only. Nice to meet you. So today we're not going to be talking about Amazon. We're going to be talking about the case of Rogel Aguilera Mederos. If you haven't heard, he's a 26-year-old guy. He was going down Interstate 70 and caused an accident, killing 4 people. The cause of the accident was because his semi had no brakes. He couldn't brake at all.
What happened April 25th, 2019 was described by many as a tragedy. 4 people were killed when the truck lost its brakes coming out of the mountains, bypassed a runaway truck ramp, and swerved into stopped traffic.
It was a mechanical failure. He didn't have drugs in the system. He didn't have alcohol in the system. He had nothing. He has no prior record. He's clean. It was an accident. He said himself he hasn't been able to sleep well since the accident. He hasn't been able to eat well since the accident, and he just feels terrible. He said himself that he wished that God had taken his life instead of the other people's lives. Remember, he's only 26 years old, no prior convictions or anything.
The driver addressed the court.
I'm begging for forgiveness. I wish all the heartfelt pain to go away from all our hearts.
According to the judge and the Colorado laws, judge's hands were tied, giving him a sentence of 110 years.
The judge said he was not angry at the defendant, but had to sentence him under guidelines set by the law.
And I accept and respect what the defendant has said about his lack of intent to hurt people. But he made a series of terrible decisions, of reckless decisions.
At 110 years, it could very well be a sentence of life.
110 years for an accident. He was saying that a lot of his actions were bad decisions. I wasn't there when it happened. I wasn't driving when it happened. But basically, when your brakes give out and you cannot stop a 100,000 pound or more vehicle, a 18-wheeler with cargo in the back, I'm gonna panic if I was the one being driving. I'm gonna panic. He probably panicked. He was trying to stop but couldn't. The brakes weren't working. And when you panic, you make mistakes. A lot of people make mistakes when they start panicking. Things that should be obvious are not as obvious. For this accident, 110 years to me is not justified at all. It's wrong under the law. What law? Colorado, what is that? An accident sentences you to 110 years? That makes no sense at all. Compared to an Indiana woman, I know there's different states, different laws, but compared to this Indiana woman, she purposely went around a school bus and killed 3 children and only got 4 years of prison. 4 years and 110 for an accident, something you cannot control, your brakes giving out. What is that? That is insane to me. That is too insane. How are your hands going to be so tied? What kind of law is this when an accident sentences you to 110 years? I just felt so bad for the guy. He feels regret. He feels remorse. He wish it was him instead of the family. And I understand losing a family member to an accident sucks. It really does suck. So it does suck that they lost their family, but it's not like he did it on purpose. Not like he wanted to go out that day and decide to kill 4 people. It was an accident, mechanical failure. Brakes didn't work. 110 is way too much. Yes, he deserves to maybe be in jail, but 110 years, maybe 10, maybe 15, 20, but 110, that's way too much for something that was not done on purpose. I'm not the only one who thinks this. A lot of people think this. A lot of truck drivers think this.
It's unbelievable, honestly, because it could happen anytime, anywhere. And if the brakes fail, the brakes fail. It's a malfunction.
The loss of life is sad regardless, but 110 years, that seems a bit much.
A lot of people think this. According to change.org, well, I will link at the bottom, over 3 million people, or close to 3 million people, have signed a petition to where this is just wrong, so dumb, and something should be changed about this, because this is way too much for someone who did not do this because they wanted to. Mechanical failure. Imagine you're going down the freeway and then your brakes give out. A lot of people are gonna panic. You probably panic and you accidentally killed somebody. Not because you wanted to, but because your brakes gave out and you couldn't stop your vehicle. That is crazy to me. Colorado, you guys need to make some big changes, because that is not right. Not right at all. The sentence should be reduced a lot. It was an accident, nothing he could have done. If a lot of people were driving, different person was driving this, I'm sure they would have panicked as well. Their minds would have been everywhere, right? Like, you just start panic, you start thinking of everything that can go wrong, and you don't see, like I said, the obvious. I just think this is wrong. I had to speak out on this, speak my mind a little bit. This is insane to me. 110 years for an accident. It's just way too much, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I know this video is not long, but I had to speak my mind a little bit. I think this is wrong. I think he deserves a way smaller sentence than he received. And a lot of people are backing him up. And a lot of truck drivers, I'm sure after this, are not going to want to pass through Colorado at all.
Nosotros como camioneros no vamos para Colorado. Lo sentimos. No más viajes a Colorado. No, Colorado. Vamos con Rogel. Puerto Rico presente.
And that's going to be a big problem. A big, huge problem. Alright guys, let me know what you think. And if you want to watch any other videos, you can see them here on the side. Click on them. If you want to learn anything about Amazon, you want to do Amazon, you want to laugh, fun comedy skit, check it out.